In this video, I'm going to give you guys an exact list of steps and tools and products to use to detail nasty carpets that are lightly colored where you can see all of the stains. In this video, what you guys see me doing on the interior of this Lexus is detailing the carpets of basically a 15-year-old Lexus that was never really detailed or kept up with, and when the owner purchased it, they were like, Luke, I need you down here, I need you to take care of this. And so not only are we trying to remove the stains, but we're trying to remove years of like odor and things like that. The very first tool that I want to highlight here is the steamer. The steamer that I use is the VX5000, but if you're looking for a cheaper steamer, what I suggest is the McCulloch steamer, and I'll link up all that stuff in the YouTube description box below so that you can find those products. The reason why I'm talking about a steamer is because even in situations like this where we would assume that we might want to pull out an extractor, oftentimes we are going to get better results without pulling out an extractor and specifically just using a steamer. I am going to use both in this situation, but let me explain what I mean. I am using the 3-tiered carpet cleaning system from P&S. It starts with their enzyme cleaner, then their carpet shampoo, and then they have a peroxide finisher, and you can see all of those in this video. The reason why a steamer works so well with those particular products and why I don't necessarily like using an extractor is because detailers underestimate the problems that they're going to experience when they introduce water with an extractor. So here's what I mean. When you introduce a bunch of liquid when you're using an extractor like I'm doing here, it can be very helpful when you're picking up stains, and that's actually why I'm using it on this specific part of the carpet. There were some specific stains around the edges. That being said, there's a lot of debate in the detailing world where you hear detailers say things like, hey, you need to flush it out with an extractor. Make sure you remove all your carpet shampoo. Anyone who, has a brain or who has been detailing for any length of time will know that it is impossible to remove or flush out, quote unquote, 100% of the chemical that you're using on the carpet with an extractor. You will always inevitably leave residue behind. Detailers, like I said, underestimate the residue left behind problem. What often happens when you use an extractor in a situation like this on light colored carpets, and why I most of the time don't do it, and you will not see me do it in other areas outside of the trunk on this car, is because of that exact problem. I've experienced it so many times, and I can get the same results with a steamer with the products that I just highlighted. And so having said that, let me give you a very technical process that will pretty much work 100% of the time with light colored carpets specifically. If you want to use an extractor, here's what I suggest. Don't actually do what I'm doing in this video, which is pulling out the Mighty Light heated carpet extractor, okay? I'm doing that just because I'm doing a big area. Here's what I actually suggest. Treat the particular area that is stained that you want to use with an extractor first before you do anything. So you can use a more, let's just say, stronger dedicated carpet shampoo for this. What the actual product I suggest is called DS2 Carpet Cleaner. I'll hook that up in the YouTube description box as well. And by the way, all these products can be found on my totally free resource called the Pro Detailing Toolbox, which will be the first link in the YouTube description box, which lists out all the tools and products you need for your detailing business with video by video explanations, dilution ratios, PDFs that give you instructions on how to use all of them. So you can find all that stuff in one place, basically. But here's what I mean when I say treat those first. Don't use a big extractor. Treat those first with DS2 or with a specific carpet cleaner, and use a smaller extractor like a little Bissell or a spot cleaner or a little Bissell green machine. The reason I suggest that is because those machines are more than enough for specifically stained areas, and what ends up happening is light colored carpets tend to respond best like this when they're traditional carpeting to light repeated applications of an enzyme cleaner and a carpet shampoo, after which we will finish with a peroxide finisher. So here's what I would do. Treat those particular stains with the extractor and the carpet cleaner, then move on another technical approach here with the enzyme cleaner to treat the entire area. Rub it in with your hand or a simple manual brush, let it sit for 10 to 30 seconds, top it with a carpet shampoo like Carpet Bomber, and then use your steamer. Don't go onto a high water or a high vapor steam setting. Just a light setting will do. Scrub and mop up and make it as dry as possible as you can with a microfiber towel. After 2 to 3 applications of that, I would let that area dry and move on. The reason for this is just because light repeated applications tends to work best with most areas. It is particularly true with light colored carpets. I don't like extracting because it is so easy to get a wicking effect in the light colored carpets that you can so obviously see. And so as I move on to other areas of the carpet, you're going to see me do exactly what I just described here. Treat with an enzyme cleaner first, like I'm doing right here. I'm gonna then let it sit for a second, top it with carpet shampoo, then I'm gonna start my agitation. Light repeated applications. In other words, don't over soak any area of the carpet at any given time, and don't use too much steam. Now, this is something that people don't take seriously enough, but I would say you need a ton of microfiber towels, and I like to use the ones from their Sam's Club. So they're specifically called Members Mark. It's just a generic type of microfiber towel. They come in a 36 pack, and the reason I like to use those here is because they're relatively disposable, and you need a lot of them because you want to be using a dry side of your microfiber towel each time that you come to mop up the excess. People don't take this seriously enough. They think that there's some trick to carpet cleaning like this with light colored carpets, and I'm telling you, if you'll just take the simple things seriously, you're gonna get way better results. So after I steam here, what I'm gonna do is introduce a microfiber towel that has a dry side or that has not been used yet, and I'm gonna scrub as hard as I can. It is literally in this tiny step of the process where you dry the area as much as you can in between applications, and you use the nature of a microfiber towel, which is actually designed to grab dirt even inside of things like fibrous material like carpet. And so it's so simple that it's not sexy, and people don't listen to it because it isn't sexy, and they buy all these extractors and stuff because they think that that's what they need. But I'm telling you, the funny thing is, the more carpets you see like this, the simpler things start to get in your detailing business over time. I have every major tool you could ever possibly dream of having in the detailing world, and yet I'm telling you, this is going to take care of 95% of things that you're ever going to run into. Use a dry side. Make sure that it's about 350 GSM per towel in terms of the plushness or the height of the pile, right? And if you got something like that, that microfiber towel is going to do wonders for you. Now, my last really important suggestion for specifically light colored carpet, you want to use a peroxide finisher like you're going to find as the third step in the 3-tiered carpet cleaning system from P&S. No, none of this is sponsored. I've never talked to P&S. This is just the actual products I use. The peroxide finisher is going to neutralize all of the chemicals that are left over, or basically neutralize the surface of the carpet. The reason why it's important is because, again, there is a tendency for lighter colored carpet to hold on to dirt in a way that other carpet that is darker colored doesn't. You're not going to notice it, and it's a little bit easier to clean because of that. You want to be neutralizing these carpets, because when there is leftover chemical and people get into or out of the car, a lot of times we kind of have these misnomers in the detailing world, and we say that the chemical is like a magnet for dirt. The bottom line is the only thing that's happening is that if there's leftover chemical, it is going to react with dirt from the bottom of people's shoes or from people's hands touching the carpet, for example, and it's going to react and therefore clean those chemicals off of the surface onto the carpet. And so it's not attracting dirt, it's just doing what it's supposed to be doing. We want to neutralize these areas while they're still wet. You can do it when they're dry. I like to do it while they're still wet. I can't remember what the directions suggest, but I've always found it better to do it while they're wet and let it dry in the sun. And the final step that I like to do after all of that is done is I will sometimes come in with just like a water damped microfiber towel and just push the fibers around a little bit to ensure that they're not like really hard. A lot of times that peroxide finisher will keep them from hardening and kind of being almost like crusty. But what I want to do is kind of move the fibers around as they're in that last drying stage, so that when they are totally dry, they're not hard, they're not crusty, they're not pushed in one direction, there's not a bunch of cleaning lines, they just look like traditional carpets. So guys, that is my suggestion for how to make sure you get great results for light colored carpet. Like I said, grab the Pro Detailing Toolbox below in the YouTube description box. It's a totally free resource that gives you way more information than what you find in this video. But if you found this information helpful, it is going to be really, really helpful, and you're going to want to make sure you get it because it is totally free. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and from Luke here at Wilson Auto Detailing, remember, a great detailer is always learning, and I will see you guys in the next video.